Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Teshua Jogona here on Teshua Jogona Vlogs. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching my content. I do not take you for granted. If you haven't subscribed, guys, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. But by the time I get halfway this content, then I know something will just push you to subscribing, because it's the real deal, it's the real information, and there will be no reason why you should not subscribe. So guys, I've had questions on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook about aupair, and I thought it's high time I find the information and bring it on here. So today I come with all information that I can get, and I'm here to answer your question. So one, I would like us to start with the UK. And also, as described on the title, I will let you know how you can be au pair in other countries. But first, we will start with the UK, because I'm in the UK. What is au pair? What is expected of you? An au pair travels to the UK to live with the host family, to experience new culture and learn foreign language. So that's why one thing you will have to understand is it's very difficult, me as a Kenyan, getting an au pair from Kenya. Of course, I am a British national now, but of course, I'm Kenyan. My originality is Kenyan. Yeah, so it works in most countries. It works when you are from different countries. Yeah, so like a Kenyan can be hosted by, if it's Africa, Kenyan can be hosted by Ethiopian, Ugandan, anyway. So in UK, an au pair is paid between £70 to £140. No, let me correct you. An au pair, let me correct myself. An au pair is given a pocket money between £70 to £140 a week. The reason why I corrected myself, it's because it's a cultural exchange. So it is not considered as pay. However, it is a pocket money. Yeah, it is pocket money. It's not considered as pay. Remember, yeah, of course, if it's being paid, it should be considered for tax and so on. So here is where the difference comes. If you're a nanny, then you're getting paid. And if your money meets that target of being taxed, then it will be taxed, because a nanny, you're getting paid. And a nanny has more responsibilities, and being a nanny, it's because that's what probably you even have qualification for being a nanny. But this is more of a cultural exchange. Yeah. You should be between 18 to 30 years if you're looking at coming as an au pair in the UK. 18 to 30 years, you shouldn't be married, and you shouldn't have a child, or you shouldn't have a baby or a child or children. So also, you should be in a position to pay for your own flight. So guys, I want to say myself, I have had au pairs before, because of course I am a mom and I work, so I needed childcare. And having an au pair it turns out as one of the cheapest form of childcare. Yeah, so, and also it's very convenient, because I don't need to wake my children up very early, taking them to childminders or taking them to breakfast club. Yeah, and also at the same time, I don't need to wake them very up early in the morning and take them probably to a friend or something. So because the au pair is living in your house, then you can just go to your job and leave the children until, because in UK mostly normal school time starts around, Papa, what do you want here? You want the remote? Normal school time starts around 7:30 in the morning. So if you're a parent that probably starts 7 at work, you can see that there's a problem there. Yeah, so you need someone in the house. Also, UK hours can be very long. You might need someone also to pick the children from school and be with the children at home, instead of the children staying longer at school, or instead of children staying at your friends for longer hours, or yeah, you know what I mean. So au pair becomes very handy. I had one one au pair was from Spain, and she was lovely. I'll always remember that girl. She was lovely. That is what we actually call real cultural exchange. I respected the fact that she didn't know. You can imagine, she's from Spain. We are actually yes, now we are British, but originality, we're not British. We are Kenyans. So she was dealing with real different culture. The children, of course, they are more British because they were born here, of course. Yeah, so I made it, I made it easier for her to, I even used to shop for the food that she can make. That is the Spanish food, and she would make and have the food with the children. So remember, an au pair is not a house help, and what an au pair does is they can support with homework. They can pick and drop the children to school, get them ready. They can tidy up their room and the children's room, but they're not house help. So they're not going to look after everyone else in the family. Yeah. So coming back to the UK, UK has no defined visa, like a visa that says au pair visa, compared to other countries. However, there is visas or routes you can come into the UK as an au pair. Yeah, and those are the routes that we are going to look at now. One of the routes is a Tier 5 mobility scheme visa. It's a 2 years visa. Yeah, and you can hear it's a youth, and it's a Tier 5 mobility scheme visa. It's a 2 years visa, that is 24 months, and that is a route you can use to come in as an au pair. Please, I will leave the link down below so that you can click and go and read more about those types of visas and what they require and eligibility criteria and so on. But this is one of the routes you can use to come into the UK as an au pair. Remember, I have said there is no definite visa that can bring you to the UK as an au pair. However, these are the routes you can use to come in as an au pair. The second one is the UK ancestry visa for au pairs. It is 2 years. It's also a 24 months visa. The third one is pre-settled status for EU citizens. Yeah, the reason it's a pre-settled status, remember about the EU. Yeah, the EU, UK was in EU until it came out of EU through Brexit. Yeah. So initially, when UK was still in the EU, what they used to do, it's like when I had the Spanish au pair, we only needed to sign a contract, and then, Baba, please, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Do you want to give mommy a cado? Cado? No? Yeah, so we only needed to talk about our contract, signed it, and then pay for the flight, and then she was here. I've said pay for the flight. And remember, one of the requirements is you being able to pay for the flight. However, depending on your host, they can choose to pay for your flight and then deduct it on your, what is it called? On your pocket money, or they can just pay it for you, or they can say, let's pay half, or they can decide, okay, are you coming in for, remember that is an EU one, because normally they will do 3 months, 6 months, because remember, they just live here. Yeah, they don't live very far. They are neighboring countries. So anyway, they never needed to, they did not need a visa to come in, and those are the Czech Republic, Italy, Spain, Germany. They never needed to use to have a visa. However, with Brexit taking place, the countries are needed to have a visa, and that also complicated a lot of things, because now they need things need to be done in a different way compared to initially when no visa was needed. Anyway, the third one is the pre-settled status for EU citizen. The fourth one is the special status for Irish au pairs in the UK. Special status for Irish au pairs in the UK. The fifth one is a student visa. Student visa? I know You are thinking, I'm coming with the student visa. I've gone all that process of the whole process of paying school fees, blah 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 blah. I have my own visa, student visa. Why do I need to be an au pair? You know why? One, when you come in the UK, remember your English or maybe something else you might be learning, or you might be wanting to learn that, or that the cultural difference, you might be wanting to explore more. And also, school fees is very expensive as an international student. That means you're paying school fees and you're still wanting to rent a room or a hostel. This can become handy if you find a family, because remember, they will offer you accommodation, they will offer you meals and pocket money. The thing about au pair, they have limited hours. Most countries is 30 hours. You cannot look after the children more than 30 hours or work more than 30 hours with the family. Yeah, so that means if it's 3 long days, it's 10 hours and you're done with it. 3 long days, 10 hours, you're done with the children. Or 2.5, which is two long days. Yeah, depending on the shift of the parents or where you are living. So this can be very, very handy. You can come in as a student, look for a family, and that's where we are heading. Look for a family. How do you look for a family? That's where we are heading. As someone who has had au pairs before, I've always gone to Au Pair World. Au Pair World is you sign up the way we sign up for Instagram, you sign up for Facebook, you sign up for all those dating sites. The way you put your details in, that's the same way it goes. Au Pair World. Google Au Pair World. It's one of the best websites. As a host, I used to pay. Yeah, I don't think, but don't quote me on this, I don't think the part of the au pairs pay. But as a host, because I will go there, put my details, how many children I want, the girl I'm looking for, or the boy, depending on what you're looking for. And for example, I wouldn't take a smoker. We are non-smokers in the house. You put all those details in there. Do you want them to be driving license, and so on and so forth. So it's the same thing that will happen on the other side of the au pair. They'll put their details in, where they come from, contact details, blah 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 blah, and then they become members. So for me as a host to become members, I used to pay, I think monthly it was 29 euros, 29 euros, around that. Yeah, because yeah, I used to pay around that. So yeah, and because what it does, you cannot private message as a host. You cannot private message an au pair that you are interested with privately if you're not a member. So that's why you have to pay. So Au Pair World, please, that is the place, the best. There's so many places you can go. This guys, I apologize for that, but yeah, we have to do this. He will not go upstairs. There's people upstairs, the sisters, the shosho grandma is upstairs, but he will not, because he can see I'm doing something. He will not go upstairs. And yeah, so we just have to be with you here. Is that the case, little boy? All right. So yeah, so Au Pair World is the place to go and do that. So in Au Pair World, also what they do is you can narrow your search to the countries that you would like to au pair. Yeah, I'm making sense. Yeah, the countries that you would like to au pair, and some of those countries are like Austria, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Germany. And guys, every country has different requirements, and the good thing about this website, it actually shows you what country, what that country needs from you, and also it also what that country requires from you. And the website can also show you which countries will not take you as an au pair, because remember, some countries cannot take au pairs from other countries. Yes, So guys, I hope this information clears so many questions, but don't hesitate to ask me any more questions. It has taken me time to you know, to bring this content, but just know it's just that because it takes more time to get information. Until next time, please be safe, take care, above all, be kind. Ciao.